Welcome. Welcome to the another live session. 16th of October, big day is at the almost nearly to the end of the week. We are now in the middle, but when we are heading to the end, the market become very predictable and volatile. So this is the first session. We will have another one coming up later today. We'll be looking at the full multi-time frame analysis, how the market might be doing, and then later we will be adding more opportunity where we can find that opportunity. We will be looking for entry as soon as we will find that. So let's first quickly look at overall picture in the market to see. I'll be starting with XAU USD as this market now trending nicely as expected, and then also we will be looking at Gbpusd and other instruments as well. So looking at first of all XAU USD, looking at the monthly chart, I always look at the highest time frame. As you know that when you look at the highest time frame and then drop down to the lower time frame, it helps us to understand, in fact, that the overall picture in the market. So it's very essential, that all the professional trader do that multi-time frame analysis to see, in fact, how the market might be doing. So looking at the monthly chart to see, we can see that this is a bull market, and previous month we have seen that candle also bull candle, though it is an overextended, but it's still what is going up is likely to go up. So that's where we can see that from the monthly the market structure is highly bullish, and with that bull market structure we can see the market basically trending aggressively. Now if we look at the weekly chart, we can see that from the weekly there's a weekly doji here, there's another doji, so back to back two weekly doji formation, and after break of this low on the weekly, we can say after previous weekly pin, but this week the market managed to bounce from this level. And with that in mind, what we can see that this is an important level of which is basically resistance turning support here. With that weekly perspective, the market it's trending currently to the upside, and I think that the price may continue to rise with a stronger momentum, and we might see that anything can happen. But at the same time, if we look at the daily chart, now daily chart looks to me nice in terms of market structure. So what is market structure? What is market structure? Let's see that on we might get a little bit of distraction. One moment, guys, let me know when you are here so we can do that. Just need a little bit of technical issue. getting soon, fixed soon. I hope that you guys all right, so back on track. And uh, okay, now looking at again, just resuming after a little bit of distraction. So if we look at the daily chart on XAU USD, we can see that from the daily, this is a if we closely look at, we can see that this is a daily bullish engulfer here. And with that daily bullish engulfer, we can see that daily market structure is, I'm very hopeful on this market to be long term bull. If we closely look at, we can see that the market structure here, we can see a couple of things in that area. So if we look at here, you can see this is a consolidation in that area. So you see there is a consolidation on the daily, and then there is a breakout, pullback, strong breakout. So we can see that the market basically moving with a stronger bullish momentum. And here is the daily. If we closely look at, we can say daily move. And this is very important to look at. If we look at if we compare the price action, the candlestick pattern, I consider trading more of like kind of sports rather than anything else. So if you look at those candles, such as the green and the red, and who is winning this, this battle. So that's what, if we compare those red and green, we can see that the bulls created a bigger candle than the bears, and they are healthier, right? So the chances and the bigger flow in the market is bullish. We can see the market, we have seen that after this drop, cross the 20 EMA and form this daily bullish engulfer, which is a full body. If you guys look at it, you can see it has crossed the low, crossed the high. This is a very significant daily bullish engulfer from below the daily 20 EMA, which in fact tested this previous swing high, which turned to previous resistance, turning supports, which is a clean trend continuation pattern that we can see. And therefore, uh, what we can expect in this move, what I think that at least we can expect an equal high or a higher high before it drop or range or continue to remain bullish. So this is the long term picture on XAU USD. In that perspective, we still can expect for this market to remain bullish for long term. And therefore, if we look at the lower time frame, I'm looking at the 1 hour chart to see a clearer picture. We can see that from this lower time frame, this is today's level that we can look at. Though we can see there are quite a few smaller candles already has formed. And looking at the 15 minutes chart, we can see that on XAUUSD, this is a lower time frame price action. And with that said, okay, so this is a previous resistance turning support, and any break of structure, a bounce, pullback, bounce. Now we see slower pullback. So especially if we see that the market, if I go back to again to the daily support, I would also mark that level here on the daily. So a couple of zones that we can look at for potential retest. So these some of the levels that we can look at today. Now dropping down to the 1 minute to see the levels that we will be looking for potential entry or rejection. So these some of the levels. I think that because we saw that there was, you can see there is a huge consolidation on this lower time frame, we may see a potential downside here. But as the major trend is up, so I will be very interested to be bullish. So this is a day, both of them daily support. This is also daily support. This is also daily support. And with that two daily support, we will be waiting for entry opportunity as soon as we will find that. Okay, so that's the price action. And I see that majority of you already here. I hope that you guys are enjoying the live session. Let me know if you have any question. Okay, now let me see how many of you already here. Thank you for joining. I see that the views are going up. Have a good day to all. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome. Good afternoon. Greeting from Muscat. Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning. Your audio and video is loud and clear for us. Thank you for confirming. Good day. Watching from Philippines. Good morning. Have a good day. Enjoying your session. Watching from Bahrain. Thank you. Do you always have to go lower time frame to get the support and resistance level? Arun, okay. So that's an important question. Do you need to go to the lower time frame to get a support or resistance? You don't have to. So you can find any time frame for support and resistance depending on what time frame you are trading. But using the multi time frame is helpful because uh, something maybe you can see on the lower time frame that might be you not see on the higher time frame. Something you'll see on the higher time frame may not be clear on the lower time frame, especially when you look at the key levels, such as the daily key level is very very important. When you can understand the daily key level, you can find out the false breakout or breakdown. Sometimes you can find bigger move in the market if you can identify the daily key level. One key aspect is that when you see a big ATR candle hit a daily key level with a more than 2.5 ATR, that's something need to pay attention. So there are more educations also regarding that, so you can keep eye for everything. Do you always have to go low? Okay. Good morning, sir. Thank you. Cell TP. Good morning. What's the timing of your live session? Tarek, so there are two lives coming almost every day except Tuesday, currently not coming on Tokyo Live, but um, there are two live session. One is this time, the other one will come on NOI session coming up later. So two live sessions. The more education, the faster the growth. So keep focusing on creating more values for all of you, and also we have some good time together to see the market, how it is going. I think needs some music, isn't it? Silex is going up. If you guys smash it um, to higher likes, will be helpful. Okay, so 1 minute time frame on XAUSD, a little sideways. And in the meantime, let's quickly also look at GBP We saw that GJ basically, we see that this is a long-term bullish market. I will be also doing the full multi-time frame analysis on GBP as there is also GBP news coming, I think in 30 minutes time. Let's look at the calendar. So that might make this instrument pretty volatile. So if we look at the calendar, we can see that this is where there is only one high impact news. Early today one is gone, which is the NZD, which was less than the forecast. We have to look at how it impacted. Now coming up also GBP. Okay, so we can see that GBP Okay, so you can see that there is a GBP news coming later today. And with that news, what we can expect here, we can see that GBP JPY. Let's do the multi-time frame analysis. As you can see that, guys, multi-time frame analysis will always help us to understand the major flow in the market, right? So, understanding flow will help you to definitely will in many areas in our life as well. So flow is what makes things easy, right? So it's important that always, when you are on the flow, you can achieve things very easily. If you look at the athletes who are the highest performing athletes, they are in a state of flow, because without being in a flow, it's impossible to achieve a very high standard of results in anything. So um, if you look at the market also had a flow. So what is the flow in this market? If you look at this one here, we can see that this is a market structure, right? So market structure will help you to understand the flow in the market. I have a question. What do you see on GBP, JPY? Which way is the flow in this market? So looking at this one here, we can see that this is a let's understand why this monthly candle has formed in that way. Is because series of higher low, right? So, and also if we closely look at, there's something that we can pay attention here, is the bulls are coming more and more in the market. Okay, so that's the symbol that um GJ is basically preparing for potentially to another retest. So if we look at here, what we can see, this is a resistance line on GBP JPY, and with that resistance, I think that we might see ultimately, long-term picture on GJ. I might be wrong. Being wrong is okay in trading. Could be wrong at any point or any time. That's always happen in trading. So if we look at here on this market, I think that it might bounce back to the resistance line. If we look at the weekly, we can see that after previous weekly dodgy formation, this week from here the market trying to bounce. So the bias could be to the upside, and from the daily, when we are dropping down to the daily, we can see after break of this low, the market is managing to rebound. So now dropping down to the 15 minutes perspective on GJ, we can see that okay, so this is where there is a long week candle, another long week candle. So you can see the market basically forming series of higher low in that area. Okay, so lower time frame, we can see it's aligning with a very stronger, potentially bullish market. I wouldn't say very stronger, but we can see there is a bounce. So therefore, short-term perspective, we can expect GBP JPY to rebound back to the upside. I'm looking at the 1-minute chart now to see how the market might be doing here. And yeah, so there might be potentially bullish market structure here on GBP JPY. TFT joiner, you welcome. Thanks for joining the live session. Good to see you guys here. Thank you. I hope that everything sound and pictures going well. You guys can let me know if you see any delay in stream or any sound. I hope that everything is going well. Okay, Gbpusd, I'm looking at 30 minutes here as well. We can see that from here. This is a clean bounce. So 1 minute perspective, if we look at GJ, which is basically bullish, for entry, still there is no level here. Looking at the dropping down to the, again coming back to the XAU USD. We'll be waiting for the support retest. GBP still we have no entry, but with the news, if we find proper entry, we can look for it. Welcome, Arun. Thank you. Morning, Sulani. Welcome. Okay, now here the market a little bit in a sideway. The reason I said a little bit is because it's a 1 minute chart. But if we look at 1 hour, we can see that this is here. From here, it is 1 hour price action on XAUUSD, which is basically a strong bull market. From the 1 hour perspective, we can see that the trend is clearer than other time frame. So this is the daily support that you will be looking at to see if the market is coming back down below this level or retesting, where there is also the 1 hour 20 EMA, which is an important level. Everything's perfect. Welcome, Zolani. Morning. Okay, dropping again to the 1 minute. We see some series of higher lows, which might lead the price try to retest the resistance. Again, going to the 1 hour. Salman in Uzbekistan, welcome. Morning chat and coach, happy trading everyone. John, welcome. Thanks for joining the live session. Okay, we'll be looking for uh, now 1 hour price action on XAU which is the market structure is, yeah, it's bullish, and this could be a swing low, and you might see a higher high, but I would normally prefer for a break of structure. This is my the core strategy that I use when the market breaks from the structure. It requires a little bit, not a little, it requires that huge patience to wait for the market to show its hand. And this is where that most trader fail to trade, is because when you know that when you know when to enter and wait for that to happen, that's where you can find that better trade. Some members when ask in the beginning, especially the day you'll see that you are not finding enough trading opportunity in the market, is the day probably you are started to become profitable. So the every strategy defines the reason for entering the trade, and also sometime you can find the reason not to enter the trade. So instead of, because if you intend to enter a trade, then you will find a lot of reason to enter the trade. Maybe you see a pin bar, and then you remember, okay, I saw the news said that there's something happening in the economy, gold will go up, and I'm gonna buy because I saw a pin bar, and also I confirmed that additional confirmation from the news. Probably some someone said, and that's called the confirmation bias. So which is a very very important trading psychological mistakes that every trader need to look at. So confirmation bias is when you you believing something that will happen, and then you find all the reasons to justify that, and then confirmation bias happens. So that's why it is important that always to, instead of why you should be entering, find the reason why you shouldn't be entering the trade. And then there will be some trade that probably you may not resist. That's where the best opportunity comes to enter. Hope that you guys enjoying the live session. If you're not enjoying, give a thumbs up. If you're enjoying, also give a thumbs up. Okay. Now I'm looking at again the lower time frame, 15 minutes. Market structure here is bullish. Going to the 1 minute. 1 minute candlestick pattern here, quite a few liquidity candle formation. So that has given potential momentum. Gbpujpy also trying to reverse after multiple rejection. So let's keep only focus on XAU. welcome. And if you haven't smashed the like button yet, you can do so to help the channel to grow. Waiting with patience. Welcome. Trap coach. What a fat thing. Okay. We can see a drop in that area. Okay, so we can see now coming for a pullback from the resistance after break of this high here. It might go to feel that weak, but I wouldn't take the risk at the moment because it's on the resistance line. Rather, if it breaks the support, then we can look for entry here. At the moment, for bullish entry, that this support can be an important level that we can look at. We'll be waiting for a break of structure and then we can look for entry. Thank you. Okay. Just take a 1 minute break and we'll be back on track. Just you can write on the live chat if you have any ideas. Okay, so we have seen a local breakout structure and again bounce. The way the price action is formed here, we see this is the daily support, but at the moment the trend is up, and from the daily still possibility to bounce. Let's consider this one because there is a less probability to drop here today so soon, and these two supports that we can look at to see if there is any rejection from those levels. Okay, we can see that breakup structure here. Sometimes being silent is also helpful. Trap coach with F. Okay. Colossal, thank you. Where should our focus be between body and week? Okay, so that's a very important question. So where should our focus be between body and week? And I think that focus should be in both body and week, but um, how the week form and the body form will determine the candle health. Especially, that full body candle that has smaller wick, which is uh, better candle, like everything else. That if you go to the shop to buy fruits, then definitely you'll find the one that is healthy and big and like that. So if you look at here, you can see, let's say this is a candle, right? So with that candle, look at here, let's say two candle. If we look at, okay, let's say this one and this one, right? Both are green candles. Okay, now which candle has a stronger momentum? If you look at here, you can see this is a healthy candle than this one, because during the lifetime of this candle, there has been a lot of ups and downs. There were buyers and sellers were confused all over the time. But if you look at this one, okay, this one is a healthier candle, because in the time period of this candle, the bulls were full in control, and there was less hesitation than this one. During the lifetime of this candle, there were hesitation. So therefore this one is better and healthier candle. GJ, just so again, thank you very much, coach. There is a on time frame, gold might go for news to move higher price zone. Yeah, this is what we can see, that XAUSD, it's just grabbing liquidity from the support and bouncing back to the upside. So therefore the potential for bullish continuation is higher. The market structure on the 30 minutes that we can see, if we look at here, we can see this is the 30 minutes price action, and market structure is bullish. Okay, we can see series of higher low formation, and with those series of higher low formation, we can see the market basically can see series of higher low, a bullish market, a strongly bull market. And if we closely look at it, we can see the market forming series of higher low, and any break of structure, especially to the downside, it can give a potential trading opportunity. Series of higher low so far on the 30 minutes and the lower time frame. You can see there is a long week rejection, and the market is forming an upside bias here. Okay, if we look at the 15 minutes, we can see there is a potential liquidity candle, back to back, two of them. So we can see that here 1 minute is bullish in that area, and with that bullish we see there is a long wick rejection. The market is forming series of higher high and higher low. Thank you. That means good timing and patience for price to reach point of interest, can also classify it as risk management. Sell gold TP, that's news. Thank you very much. Bunzer done. TFT journey, I'm dying low. Welcome, welcome. Again, looking, we saw that there was a sudden drop on GJ with the news. See that what's happening with the Gbpusd. So you can see there is a 1.7% on GBP CPI. So that has given a little bit of bearish pressure. Okay, so you might see now some downward pressure on GJ. There is a drop. Now, in this kind of rejection, I wouldn't be entering anything because the long-term picture on Gbpusd is bullish, and we might see here now potential for weak fill. You might see that weak fill, and with that weak fill, so you see there is a breakdown here, and I would leave it there. We see that XAUUSD trending. Let's look at this one. So 15 minutes, we can see that there is a, okay, looks like that XAUUSD may try to bounce. Okay, I wouldn't blindly jump on the trade, guys. Make sure that don't take it as a advice and then jumping on the trade. Rather, we could see that okay, so this live session give us some idea about a potential movement in the market. So we can see that XAUUSD currently, if we look at the 15 minutes perspective, a big bounce, consolidation, form an inverted head and shoulder, and then breakout. Okay, so with that inverted head and shoulder and the breakout, we have seen the market cross that low, grab the liquidity, and forming a bullish engulfer here. And with that in mind, okay, so with that in mind, what we can see that the market basically breaking from that structure, giving a probability for XAUUSD to remain bullish. So in this session we have got an idea about, we can see that in this one here as well, 15 minutes, there is a liquidity candle, and the way the market is forming, we might see that potential for bounce, and this is the daily resistance that we can expect doesn't certain. Okay, it is not certainty. Trading is probability. We can expect it to go ahead and retest. So along the way, if any trading opportunity coming, that we will be looking to enter. And I'm almost at the end of this live session. I will be waiting for entry opportunity. Also, there will be another live session coming. I strongly believe that, guys, you enjoyed this live session. Here we mainly focus on learning, okay, and whenever better trading opportunity comes, we try to take, though we sometimes have losing trade, winning trade, but the main goal here is to learn the risk management, learn the market structure, and then find the best trading opportunity. So with that in mind, thank you for joining this live session, and I will be coming on live again in an NY session. Hopefully that we will find some better trading opportunity in that session as well, and I'll see you there again, trading live together. Until then, stay well, stay happy.